It is so good to see everybody here. Good to see everybody. I hope you're all doing well and you're ready because tonight is supposed to be a very interesting and a memorable night because tonight we kick off with the Owen Hart tournament, a tournament that is dedicated to the life of a great guy, of a great man, a legend in all senses, a legend who was kept away from the honor of being idolized in the world of wrestling via the WWE Hall of Fame. But the honor has been given to AEW to do something about it, to, just idolize this guy and to make this guy, the living legend that he is. I mean, come on, this Owen Hart name should be living on forever and ever. And AEW is going to be doing that. And even though WWE wanted to do something with that, years ago, and even until now, they've been trying and trying every single year. There's the Hall of Fame. People talk if Owen Hart's going to be inducted. And no, he's never going to be inducted because, Owen Hart's widow, she doesn't want him in. So it's never happening. But she allowed AEW to do the thing. They're partnering up with the Owen Hart Foundation. And through this partnership, we're seeing what they're calling it, the Owen Hart Foundation Memorial Tournament. So let's see how it all turns out. But right now, we are in for a very interesting start to the show. We got CM Punk. We've got these guys who love to rap. Let's see how this is a very interesting start, and I can see everybody here. Gary, good evening. Good to see you. Bobby, good to see you. CM Punk versus Max Caster. And Bryan Danielson versus Wheeler Yuta. And Jay Lethal versus John Moxley on AEW Dynamite. Bobby, thank you for letting us know. And as we can see right here, it's a very unique matchup. I'm not too sure who booked it, but they did a wonderful job with it. Everybody's happy when they see Punk and Max Caster and Punk. It's a fresh new match that we're going to get here. It's interesting. It's a newer star versus a vet. Should be an interesting one. Let's see how it goes down. And Jason, good to see you. Look at mine. What do you see? The cult of personality. That's what we're talking about. That's how you bring the ratings up. That's how you get the people talking. That's right. They did a good job with the show's opening. I can say that for sure because I am intrigued. And look at that. CM Punk, Max Caster going strong right now. Sweet stuff. Jay, good to see you. Too Sweet Pistol Pete. Good to see you, brother. Everybody, so good to see everybody. True. And everybody else here. Good to see everyone here. And, yeah, this is great. Let's see. Let's get this out of the way. Perfect. All right. Sweet. So, Max Caster. Max Caster pushes CM Punk into the corner with a kick to the gut. CM Punk coming across as the weaker link so far. So far, looking good, but also looking a little bit weak here. Interesting. Let's get this fixed as well. 1 second. This should be good now. Perfect. And True says Punk to win for sure. I can't imagine CM Punk losing. And that to Max Caster. I don't think that's going to be happening. Can we expect an interference? I probably don't think so either. I think there's going to be no interference. I think it's going to be a clean finish. And I think CM Punk's going to be in it to win it. And, wow, look at that. We've got a big FTR versus Gun Club match as well. And Darby Allin versus Andrade also coming tonight. So tonight's AEW Dynamite is stacked. Definitely a stacked show, a brilliant show. Let's see if they're able to deliver because they really have the booking in. Let's see if they can get the delivery done properly. And Ron DMG, good to see you. And he says, it's Wednesday night and you know what that means. That is right, brother. It is Wednesday night, and you know what that means. AEW Dynamite fun going on right now. CM Punk going strong. Anybody else finds this very intriguing that WrestleMania is this weekend, and they decide to kick off the Owen Hart tournament this week. It definitely, I believe it's going to take some steam off WrestleMania. I mean, it gets people talking, about something other than WrestleMania. The Owen Hart Cup is very strategically planned, all of it very strategically planned, but all is good, all is fine. They can have all the little matches in here and there. They can have everything during the WrestleMania week going on, but I still think that Friday is a mess. Friday shows a mess, definitely, because you've got ROH, you've got Impact Wrestling going head-to-head against SmackDown, going head-to-head in Hall of Fame. I think they did a terrible job with it because I don't think any fan is going to be happy with the way they have the matches arranged, the shows arranged. Really, ROH against SmackDown, WrestleMania SmackDown, and Impact Wrestling against Hall of Fame. I don't think anybody would appreciate that. No wrestling fan would appreciate that. Definitely not. And right now, as we can see, CM Punk is down. It looks like he's in a lot of pain. Max Caster in control. And the funny part is, he's wearing all pink. And he's got the tapes, the kinesio tapes also. All pink. Matching kinesio tapes, matching trousers. And there we go. Irish whip into the corner. CM Punk not looking too happy right there. Max Caster is in control, ladies and gentlemen. Chris, good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a fantastic week so far. Bobby says CM Punk is my pick to win for sure, Bobby. Mine as well. CM Punk has to win this one. And he goes flying right there. He goes flying from the top turnbuckle. So all of a sudden, the tables have turned around. They've turned around. And Run TV says NXT Stand and Deliver on before WrestleMania. That's right. The same day, WrestleMania Day 1, Night 1, you got Stand and Deliver right before that show. It's crazy. And, it was supposed to go on at 12 p.m. Central. And as Bobby said, that has been pushed on an hour further. So I think it was Jason or Bobby who said it yesterday. That has been pushed an hour further, so it's going to start at about 1 p.m. Central. It's interesting. The gap between Mania and NXT Stand and Deliver even less now. And, it's weird. It's just funny to me, definitely. Dale, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying the show so far, because, wow, look at that big chop from Max Caster to CM Punk. And a big suplex. Look at that stuff, guys. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful. Wow, look at this. And going for the cover right there. 1, 2, and a kick out from CM Punk. Wow, look at this. And don't you want to go out, to your work, to your school, to your office, to the grocery store, wearing a Wrestling News shirt? You do, right? Of course you do. You got to show off that Wrestling News pride. And that is why this WrestleMania, you got to predict to win this merch, and a lot of merches like this. What's going to be happening is that if you get the most predictions right, you're going to be winning Wrestling News exclusive merch, brand new merch that's coming out near WrestleMania. You're going to be getting this merch, you're winning it if you're able to predict the most card matches correctly on night 1 or night 2. There's going to be 2 different nights, 2 different winners, 2 different merch going on. So yeah, try to get it as right as you can, because there's a lot up for grabs at WrestleMania. And Chris says, I'm not by and I forgot to record it, so I can't watch AEW. Oh dear. Oh, Chris. That's alright. That's okay. But tonight's AEW is a little significant because we've got FTR against the Gun Club. We've got, look at CM Punk right now. Oh my gosh. CM Punk versus Max Caster, kind of a new match right here, so also pretty damn cool. Then you've got the Owen Hart tournament stuff going on. Somebody new is making their debut tonight, so a little significant here. Maybe you should catch up on it later. But stay with us as we watch the show together. Max Caster, with the aid of his partner ringside, doing the dirty work, almost had CM Punk, almost had him down for the 3 count, but CM Punk kicks out at a 2.5. And look, Renegade is here. Renegade, welcome on board, brother. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good day so far. So good to see you. True says Mission Pro Wrestling is also on Saturday afternoon. There you go. All these promotions, left, right, front, and center. Even OVW isn't stopping. OVW also taking place around the same time. By the way, a beautiful, beautiful move from CM Punk. Max Caster has to be down, and He locks in the submission. Max Caster very quick to tap out. With that being said, all of you were right. CM Punk wins. CM Punk wins. And Run DM says, I'm trying to get some Wrestling News gear. That's right. All of this gear is going to be up on ProWrestlingTees.com around WrestleMania. And it's going to be delivered to you straight from ProWrestlingTees.com if you're able to get the most picks right. So yeah, all you got to do is predict it to win it. That's it. And Dale says Punk wins. That's right. CM Punk there with the win. Sweet. And Tony Schiavone is there in the ring. CM Punk was considering crossed legs. He was having fun. Tony asked him to stand up. You hear that, guys? He wants the gold. Wow. He asked the people, what does this mean? And he does not get a unified response. Everybody's saying something else. Somebody said belt. Somebody said championship. Somebody said title. It wasn't clear.
There's a couple things I don't know. One, I don't know who the champion's going to be in a week's time. It's either going to be Adam Cole, baby, or I'm going to be looking down the barrel of some cowboy shit.
Yo, CM Punk, it means business here.
For a fact, there's a lot of gray in my beard. Before my time in AEW is over, there's going to be a lot more gray. There's scars on my head, and I know before my time in AEW is over, there will be a lot more scars.
Wow.
And the last thing I know, before my time in AEW is over, I will be world champion.
CM Punk has made it official. He says, before my time in AEW is over, I will be world champion. So are we looking at a long sight run here? But anyways, he said that he is going after the championship. Next week, he'll see who will be the champion. But yes, his eyes are set on the big prize. His eyes are set on the gold, and that is for sure. And Bobby, wonderful, 1-0, love that. Being sick as a dog, being sick as a dog for the past couple of days. But what a miss, oh my brother, Renegade, you please take care. You know, it's I don't know, what is it about the current air, but I know that, you know, our friend D-Star wasn't feeling well, you weren't feeling well, I know Chris was down as well. I hope you all are feeling better now, and get well soon, Renegade. You know, we're rooting for you. Get well soon, brother, get well soon. And Run DMD says, CM Punk feuding, Cole and Punk feud would be great, absolutely, and look who's here. The guy who is currently feuding with Tony Khan, or I don't know if you're being played into it, but he is feuding with Tony Khan apparently, and look at him.
In this universe anymore. Okay, but what we are going to talk
Who is this guy with the microphone? I don't think I've seen him before. Anybody seen this guy before? I really don't think I've seen this guy ever before. Is he new?
starting right now tonight.
That's right, best in the world, 1-0, true, love that. CM Punk said it will be done. It will be done, that's right.
Those kids, doesn't matter. And then next
Wait a second, but who is this guy with the mic? I really don't think I've seen him ever before.
Max, I don't understand what's going on between you and Wardlow, but I just want you to know that you're my friend, you're Cash's friend, but Wardlow's our friend as well. Whatever's going on between you guys, I don't want to get into that.
So anybody else feels that this whole thing between MJF and Tony Khan is not real, it's kayfabe, but a kayfabe being presented as real, and you know, we're just, you know, selling into it or buying into it, and we're thinking it's real, and it just gets MJF even more heat. Anybody thinks like that, or do you think it's all very, very real? The whole situation with the contract, with the podcast appearance, all of that. Do you think it's truth or it's kayfabe? Let me know what you guys think. And True says, anybody coming for the title, for my title, will get Chris Rock. There you go. True is, oh wow. This person is banned from attending all AEW events. Wardlow's signs being put up everywhere. Wardlow is banned from ringside, from the ring, from backstage area, anywhere near an AEW event apparently. And True, I love that. You know, True, the current Wrestling News Predictions champion, says, you're not coming for my title. I am gonna be champion. Let's see, because the title is gonna be defended both on night 1 as well as night 2. So it's gonna be very, very interesting, you know. 2 different winners could be happening, same winner could be happening. Let's see who wins it, and let's see who wins the brand new Wrestling News merchandise. We'll see it. That's right, that money, that dollar MJF sign is for real. Oh, I see. There you go. Absolutely, it's for real, 100%. MJF does everything for heat. Yeah, this guy, you know, he can take heat like nobody else can. So I think so too. I mean, I think that the podcast appearance could be MJF just, you know, being his pure genius and just doing it for the heat. I also think that this could be something that Tony Khan and MJF can't come up with, you know, themselves to, get him some heat and get the package, moving or something. But I definitely feel like there's some kayfabe here. It can't be all real. I don't think so. And if it was all real, we wouldn't get the details, the specifics of it the way we have. I don't think that the dirt sheets would have been able to leak it the way they have been able to leak it so far. So I definitely do feel like there is some kayfabe involved here. And Renegade says, true, I'm taking the title this weekend, believe that. There you go, love that. Love the confidence, guys. Love it. And Jon Moxley making his way to the ring as we speak. This one's going to be a good match, just like I said. Tonight is all about some new matches, some fresh matches. We just saw Max Caster versus CM Punk. Now, as I believe Bobby said it earlier, we're going to be getting Jon Moxley versus this guy right here, who's been here, Jay Lethal, for a hot minute. Has been appearing in a lot of Dark and Elevation, has made a few appearances here and there on TV, but he's here and he's wrestling Jon Moxley. Let's see how it all goes down. Jon Moxley, Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal offers him a handshake. Jon Moxley, is he going to take the handshake? Oh no, he slaps it away. He says, no, I'm not here for handshakes, I'm here to fight. And Jay Lethal looks offended. There you go. He's like, alright, okay, let's get it. Let's do it. And they lock it in. They lock it in, and Jay Lethal goes to the back. Whoa. And Jon Moxley about to hit the elbow, but Jay Lethal just counters it. Really cool stuff. I mean, Jay Lethal on top of his game right now, maybe not. Jon Moxley tosses him to the ringside through the second rope. And he gets down himself, and Jay Lethal rolls back into the ring. Sweet stuff. And Run DMG says all MJF did in an interview was praise WWE and bash AEW. CC, that exactly sounds like kayfabe to me. He'd never do that in real life, would he? I don't think so. And especially if you are with a company for 2 more years, you wouldn't want to do that, would you? I really think it's all kayfabe. I feel so. And you know what does this do, by the way? What is this doing? I mean, MJF, getting on the podcast, doing that. What does this do? It gets people talking about MJF. It gets people talking about AEW. It draws, in a very weird way, it draws more eyes to the product. You know what they say? Even negative publicity is publicity, right? I guess that's what they're doing here with the whole MJF thing. WrestleMania's coming. We know Cody Rhodes gonna be there. And this whole thing comes out WrestleMania week when Cody Rhodes can show up on Raw or on SmackDown or WrestleMania itself. And they're doing this whole thing around this time so people have something else to talk about than the whole Cody Rhodes thing. I think that is what the whole point was in all of this. I definitely feel like we're being played here, guys. I feel so. And True says Moxley has to win. Bobby says Jon Moxley has to win. There you go, Liz. Welcome back. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. As Lethal and Moxley, it's Lethal. Yes, that's right, Chris. It is Jay Lethal versus Jon Moxley. A fresh, new matchup here. Sweet stuff as we speak. Jon Moxley. Oh, Jon Moxley pulls an absolute Will Smith on Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal, Chris Rock, Jon Moxley, Will Smith with a big slap to the face of Lethal. Lethal is not happy with an elbow to Moxley. Moxley returns a favor. It's a back and forth, elbow flying on each other's head right now. Back and forth elbows and elbows and elbows. Wow, look at that. And Jon Moxley gets 4, 5, 6 elbows together at once. Jay Lethal is down, and Moxley gets him up. Big chop, Irish whip into the ropes. Jay Lethal with a kick to the face of Moxley. And Moxley gets Lethal down as we speak. Sweet stuff. Moxley is in control right now. Big suplex. Wow, not the most beautiful suplex ever, but it was a suplex anyways. And Jay Lethal into the corner right now. A big clothesline for Moxley. Climbs the second rope. And there you go. Those punches landing hard on Jay Lethal's head as we speak. And Moxley places Lethal on top of the top turnbuckle. Gets him up in position for the superplex. Is he going to be able to do it? Jay Lethal fighting back as we speak. Fighting back. Pushes Moxley off the top turnbuckle. Moxley goes into the ropes and ropes in the middle of his legs. Moxley is in a tough spot right here as we see. Definitely in a bad spot. Jay Lethal goes flying, diving to the outside. Moxley sent into the barricade. The fans are in for a treat as we speak. Jason, good to see you. He says PW Insider is reporting that there are 2 superstars debuting at WrestleMania, AJ. So, Jason, this is very interesting. So let's talk about this for a second, alright? So Cody Rhodes is not making a debut, that's for sure. What Cody Rhodes is doing is he is making a return, not a debut. So I don't think when PW Insider, they're saying 2 superstars are debuting, I don't think that Cody Rhodes counts because that's a return. That's not a debut, right? So if you speak of debuts, I think Gable Steveson could be a debut because he, even though he has appeared before, he hasn't appeared as a full-time competitor and has not made a debut as an in-ring competitor. So I believe Gable Steveson could be one. Who could be another one? Anybody here has any guesses? Who could be the second debut at WrestleMania? That's interesting. A debut at WrestleMania. Anybody else has an idea? Because I'm trying to think here, and all I can think of is Gable Steveson, and Cody Rhodes obviously gonna be there. Who else could it be? Interesting, for sure, very interesting. And True says Rollins' opponent will be Shane McMahon. Oh dear, this is very interesting because I think somebody asked me last night. Somebody here in the chat asked me that. What do you think about Shane McMahon? Is he going to show up on ROH? And I said it. I said, especially after what happened with Triple H, right? There is no way that Shane McMahon is not coming back. He has to come back. There has to be a representative from the McMahon family, and I believe that is exactly what's happening here. As we see, Shane McMahon is coming back, and he will be there at WrestleMania. In what capacity, though? That we'll have to see. And again, 2 stars debuting, as Jason says there, that is also very, very interesting. Why are they debuting? What plans do they have? Lots of questions. Absolutely. Lots and lots of questions. And Chris says, I picked Moxley. Love that. Lethal needs an AO for sure, man. Can you imagine? Lethal versus John Cena would be a beautiful match. Without a shadow of a doubt. And Lethal climbs to the top turnbuckle. Moxley gets out of the way with a big elbow to Lethal. He climbs the middle rope, is about to go for the superplex in position, and Moxley delivers in picture-in-picture. I don't know if they realize they're still in picture-in-picture, but Moxley delivers a big superplex to Lethal off the top turnbuckle. Beautiful stuff. TRU, good to see you. Good to see you, TRU. And he says, YouTube back at it. Had to go to my subscription to get to your live stream. Oh, man. TRU, it's so funny, right? Because when the day is right, when everything is going well, you know what happens? We get thousands and thousands of views on the videos that we upload, right? I mean, they do well. But then there are slow days when literally there's no views because YouTube is acting up, right? It's so weird. Which is why there's an interview. I was supposed to be rolling it out today, but I realized how the algorithm was acting up today, not just for me, but for a lot of the other YouTubers. I saw some YouTubers today who have like 400,000 subscribers, and they were getting like 400 views in the videos today. So I was like, you know what? I have to release this interview, but I'm not releasing it on a day when the algorithm is just acting up. So I didn't do it. But TRU, thank you for struggling and not going through all those struggles to make it here, because you better believe it, I missed you, and I was thinking, where is TRU today? Good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. And look at that, Jon Moxley. Wow, that was almost a handshake. But Jay Lethal with a big chop, big punches, big elbows right into Jon Moxley's face. Jon Moxley, another big chop. He eats it like a man. And Jay Lethal was about to do a little run up and clothesline the hell out of Jon Moxley, but Jon Moxley follows Lethal into the corner and delivers a big clothesline of his own. Lethal 360 degrees turns around and goes down hard to the mat. Moxley realizes he's got the momentum up. He's got the fans rooting for him, cheering for him. Moxley realizes all he's got to do is get up to his feet and capitalize on this bad boy. Gets about to get Lethal up, but Lethal is struggling and resisting, and Lethal gets Moxley up on his shoulders. Dear, and are we, oh dear, wow, Jon Moxley planted down hard, there we go. Shane Mack and Cody will return, says Jason. Definitely, I see that happening 100%, that's right, and hey, up him and Tony Khan on bad terms. I'm hearing it's about his contract situation is all I know, says TRU. Well, TRU, we were just talking about it earlier, the whole MGF situation. I think it's a work. I think it's kayfabe. But I guess we will find out eventually. But so far, I feel it's kayfabe. Well, we'll find out. And TRU, absolutely, no problem. There you go. Much love to you. AJ, for your information, AJ, YouTube put your live stream in my notifications. Jason, I don't know. I don't know what kind of a selective notifications these are, Jason. I'm not too sure, but wow. Thank you, YouTube. Thanks. Thank you, Jason, for that. And Dale says NXT ratings were 626,000 and Raw ratings were 1.97. There we go. And I say it all the time, I mean, NXT these days is doing, it's not doing so well. I mean, if you look at the AEW ratings, if you look at NXT ratings, a lot of times NXT, on the lower hand here of the business. So I don't know if it's the colorful NXT that drives people away, but literally NXT is great right now. So people should be tuning in. More people should be tuning in because I'm loving the NXT that we have, absolutely. And you know what? People also complain about the fact that NXT doesn't have a lot of takeovers these days. And I think that's a good thing as well because earlier what we had were pay-per-views after pay-per-views after pay-per-views for NXT. And that just made it a third brand. That didn't make it a developmental territory, it made it a third brand. And I think that is where we went wrong with it. And there you go, with a big flying elbow from Jay Lethal. Well, he went flying hard. Because Moxley, literally on the other end of the corner, Jay Lethal goes diving from the other turnbuckle, goes flying hard into Jon Moxley's chest with that elbow, goes for the cover, and it was a 2.9. Lethal can't believe it. He grabs the referee by the collar. The referee says, wait a second, I didn't do nothing. Come on, you can't touch an official. Lethal is about to cry. There you go. Moxley literally made a grown man cry by kicking out of the pinfall of the cover. And Jon Moxley grabs him for a roll-up pin. Dia, and Lethal kicks out. Thank God this wasn't a roll-up finish. And Gary says Veer Mahan could debut at WrestleMania. Interesting, Gary. Interesting for sure. Wow. Whoa, wow. Jon Moxley picks up the win. By the way, speaking of Veer Mahan, Gary, I'm glad that you picked him up because you know what? A WWE superstar is going to be stopping by Wrasslinews tomorrow. That's right, a WWE superstar is going to be making an appearance tomorrow right here on this channel, Wrasslinews, and they're going to be giving us a little interview talking about WrestleMania, talking about, maybe Veer Mahan, and it's going to be fun. So make sure to tune in because that interview is coming out tomorrow. And this has been a person that I've been wanting to interview for the longest time. It just never happened. And I'm so glad it's finally happening. And I hope that you enjoyed this one because it's going to be a great interview, guys. And if you guys have any guesses, any predictions for who could it be, let me know. And Jon Moxley offers a handshake to Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal accepts it. And this is a very interesting thing because at the beginning, Lethal offered Jon Moxley a handshake and Jon Moxley shoved his hand away. He said, no way, we're not shaking hands. We're here to wrestle. But Lethal obviously earned Moxley's respect and that is why Moxley offered him a handshake. That is sweet stuff. DRE says, I'm glad Lethal not being squashed in the match. Yeah, he fought it like a champion for sure. Absolutely. Yep. Yes, TRU, also you never know if it's kayfabe or not with MJF, but the way that, the dirt she's been reporting about it and talking about it, I feel like it's a work. I feel like it's a work to get all the heat in the world on MJF, and also to distract us a little from the Cody Rhodes situation, to have us talk about something else but Cody Rhodes. I think it's a work. And Renegade says, my picks for Seth Rollins to face at WrestleMania are John Cena. Wow, John Cena, you went out there, and or Goldberg or Gable Stevenson. Renegade, you picked everybody but Cody Rhodes. Wow, that's interesting, Renegade. I know Gary also says it's nobody. It's not Cody Rhodes. It has to be somebody else. So Gary and Renegade here obviously don't think Cody Rhodes is going to be making his return, which is very, very interesting. Let's see. But all eyes are going to be on Cody Rhodes this Sunday. Lots of people are going to be talking about him. Lots of people are going to be looking forward to him. So I feel if it's anybody but Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania against Seth Rollins, he's going to get booed. He's going to get booed. No matter how good they are, they're going to get booed. And that's not going to be very nice, but we'll see. We will find out. Jason says, AJ, another question. Are we getting a new Shield in NXT with Briggs and Jansen and their female? That's a good one. Absolutely. The faction did the Shield symbol. That's right, absolutely. It could happen, right? I mean, they did do it, and that was a little Easter egg there. We could be getting it. I mean, they've done it for a purpose, right? There has to be a meaning behind it. I think so. I think it could happen, but are the fans gonna take it well? Are they gonna welcome it? That is the question. But I do think that there is some potential there, and if there has to be another Shield, I think that is a very good faction for it. Absolutely. And Moxley wins. Renegade, true. Everybody here with a 2-0. I don't think anybody saw Moxley losing to Jay Lethal. He had to win it. So far, we got some 2 fresh matches. We got one between Moxley, we got between Lethal, and the other one between Max Caster and CM Punk. So 2 matches, but 2 very predictable, yet very fresh matches, which we can welcome. That was nice, right? Gotta give credit where it's due. Those were some good matches. I don't think Lethal won a match on Dynamite. Run DMG, I think so too. I don't think he has won a match on Dynamite, but he's barely wrestled on Dynamite too. I mean, if you look at Dark or Elevation, Lethal is there a lot more than he's on Dynamite. So I'm glad that he was there here tonight, and hopefully we see more of him because he came in looking like a star. But they haven't treated him like a star so far, but hopefully it just gets better for him from here. And Chris says, I'm a 1-0, love that. Marina getting a hype video, sweet, that's right, absolutely, for sure. Marina is hopefully gonna get the push that she so dearly deserves, because we saw her in WWE and the kind of push that she got was awful, right? So definitely she deserves a good push, a decent run. She's a money maker. I mean, those people just didn't see it. So Marina here, I think it'll be great. I think it'll be magic. And True says the Combat Club could end up being big stable for sure. That was my picks if it's not Cody. Okay, Renegade still says it's gotta be Cody. If it's not Cody, then it's either Cena, it's Gable, or it's Goldberg. If it's Goldberg, man, the people, the audience, they're gonna kill him with their boos. They're gonna boo the hell out of Goldberg if he shows up at WrestleMania instead of Cody Rhodes. I think Goldberg is never coming back after that. So definitely it's gotta be interesting. Hopefully it's not Goldberg. And Gary says, I believe ROH is going to ruin WrestleMania Friday night. That's what I'm afraid of either. It's ROH's first night ever since Tony Khan took over, but it's also WrestleMania SmackDown. We have the Intercontinental match. We have the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. What are people going to give more importance to? Are they going to give importance to ROH, or are they going to give importance to WrestleMania SmackDown? That is the big question here. And AJ, Friday night, are you doing a watch-along for ROH and SmackDown? Yes, Jason, yes. We're doing a watch-along for every single show out there, Friday night and Saturday night and Sunday night. All the shows, we gotta do the watch-along for all the shows. That's it. Every single one of them. Bobby with the 2-0 score, invincible right there. And just like I said, a lot of fresh new matches tonight. Lots of fresh new bouts here. Now we're seeing FTR coming out, and they're gonna be fighting the Gun Club. Interesting. Let's see how it all turns out. But one thing that we haven't talked about today, one thing that we haven't mentioned tonight so far, is the fact that there is somebody new showing up tonight who's going to be facing Bunny in this Owen Hart tournament, right? Who is that new lady going to be? A new lady in AEW. Who could it be? The Tony Khan recruit. Who could this lady be? Any guesses? Any wild predictions? Let me know if you have any. And Gable Steveson recently tweeted out that he will be at WrestleMania. Yes, he's got to be there. He definitely has to be there. So, good for him. I mean, this guy is just getting started, right? He's got to do big things. Now, he's got to be there at WrestleMania, but is he going to be there to wrestle? Or is he going to be there to make an appearance? Just like he did at SummerSlam. That is the question here. We will find out. And Lethal will float between ROH and AEW. I agree. I mean, Lethal, ROH guy from the very beginning. You look at Lethal and you see the ROH title just flashing in your eyes. That's Lethal for you. So I think he would definitely be sent to ROH. And yeah, he'll make some appearance in AEW too, but I agree with you that he's got to be an ROH guy. I totally agree with you right there. And TRU says that, by the way, MJF comes in and sits on commentary. Sweet. Interesting. So MJF, one another reason that I think MJF, the whole thing is kayfabe, is that I don't think if you really had some heat with somebody and you had trust issues with the wrestler, I don't think you would give them the mic, the broadcasting headset, the commentary booth, because you wouldn't know a guy crazy like that, what would they say on live television. So I don't think you would put them on the commentary booth if you really had some trust issues with them. So this is one of the reasons I think this whole thing with MJF is nothing but a work, because he's right there on commentary booth. He can talk about anything he wants. He can bring up anything he wants, and it's on live TV. So they'll have no option but to air it or cut his mic, which is not going to be a good look. So I definitely think it's a work, guys. I think it's a work. And TRU says, I wonder, will Jasmine Duke ever join her in AEW or go to another company? She has to yet wrestle, absolutely. Yep, for sure. Again, I said all the time, Shayna Baszler, Ronda Rousey, Jasmine Duke, Marina Shafir, they had all four in the WWE. Are you kidding me? That's like a dream come true. All four of them were in the UFC and they wreaked havoc. In WWE, they could have been even better, with the storylines, with all of that stuff. But they just dropped the ball on all of them. So weird. And now, of course, Jasmine and Marina, I hope that Jasmine joins Marina in AEW, because really, you gotta show the WWE guys, this is what you have missed out on. You have missed out on something big here. And you know what would be a total rub in the face? If they have a Marina Shafir, Jasmine Duke, and Paige Van Zandt actually team up right here. Make an all MMA women's squad in AEW. I think that would be a big rub in the face for the WWE, without a shadow of a doubt. And True says, I'm watching ROH on Friday. Oh, that's interesting, True. So, ROH, are you also going to be watching Impact, or are you going to be tuning into the Hall of Fame? What are you watching after ROH, True? And here he says, I've seen something on the internet about Goldberg signing another multi-year deal with WWE. Yeah, I saw something like that too, and I just looked the other way real quick, because I don't want to buy into the whole thing, and I don't want to think that it's true, because I don't want it to happen. But again, we also came to know that the whole Saudi Arabia thing, WWE is going back to Saudi Arabia in September for the TLC pay-per-view. So, every time they go back to Saudi Arabia, they want Goldberg. So I guess now that they're going back to Saudi Arabia once again, they need Goldberg, and I guess that's why he has signed, apparently, a new deal with the company. And FTR right now going strong. Of course, the Gun Club kicking on real quick, but FTR going strong nonetheless. And Chris says, I have two picks to face Seth, Gable Steveson or Vince McMahon. Again, those are smart picks too, Chris, because Gable, being Gable, it's going to be interesting if fans boo him or they cheer him on if he shows up. And Vince McMahon, we've heard stuff about Vince and it being a smoke and mirrors kind of match. It will make little sense for me, but let's see if it actually happens. Michael King, good to see you. Was Audrey a wrestler? I believe so. I could be wrong, but from what I believe is that she was a wrestler at first. She wanted to be a wrestler, but then she got an opportunity to do, officiating the matches, and she was so good at it that just turned out to be beautiful. And Audrey has been a big fan of wrestling all this while. I mean, if you look at Daniel Bryan's retirement speech on the WWE, on WWE Raw, you will see Audrey actually sitting ringside and crying out loud, and really crying, shedding some tears, and clapping on for Daniel Bryan as he announced his retirement. She has been a big wrestling fan for the longest time, absolutely. And Thierry says it might be Athena, yeah, absolutely, that's right. Athena could be it. Ember Moon, absolutely. And Tony Khan, as you say, Tony Storm, as you say. Tony Khan has a big interest in Tony Storm. I don't know if he has picked her up already, but he really, from what we've heard so far, is very interested in Tony Storm. And Taya, also a very interesting name right there, Ron. And when I spoke with PJ Black, I mean, he made it sound like himself, John Morrison and Taya were going to AEW the next week. He made it sound like, people, these guys were really considering going over to All Elite Wrestling. Now, I don't know if that's really going to happen, but he did make it sound like, the three of them were planning something about it. And who will the bunny job to? That's right, True. One thing is for sure, no matter who shows up tonight, I think one thing that we can all agree on is that Bunny is going to lose. She's got a job to somebody, and that's just the ultimate truth. And as I said earlier, I've spoken to a few promoters here and there, And none of them have good things to say about Bunny when it comes to her in-ring skills. None of my promoter friends say that she's a great wrestler. They all say, you know what, Bunny, their AEW stars, a lot of the AEW females, they have an excuse for being new and being green. But Bunny has been doing this for 8+ years. She has no excuse. So definitely Bunny is an interesting character, without a shadow of a doubt. AJ, what if Vince asked The Undertaker to face... Oh my gosh. Can you believe it? The Hall of Fame speech. Undertaker giving all this long and elaborate speech about his historic and storied career, and Vince McMahon comes out, Taker, what about another match? And he's like, all right, boss, bring it in, brother. There you go. Undertaker never dies. The dead man never dies. Gary says, what I meant was Cody Rhodes might show up on Friday night to ruin WrestleMania weekend. Oh dear. So Gary here says that Cody Rhodes might actually show up on Friday night ROH to ruin WrestleMania weekend. You talk about taking the steam of WrestleMania. Cody showing up Friday night for ROH would take a lot of steam off Mania, without a shadow of a doubt, Gary. I totally agree with you. Chris says, I picked FTR. FTR my pick to win, says Bobby. Fear the Revolt, I see there. FTR with a very, very big support system. And everybody, if you all pick the same damn, participants of the match, even at WrestleMania, everybody's gonna win the thing. So you can't all win, guys. Pick other picks, alright? At WrestleMania, don't have the same picks. Otherwise, everybody's gonna win or everybody's gonna lose. And you don't want that, right? And I see everybody here with big support system going on for FTR. But no, I don't think this is gonna happen at WrestleMania. And that's because tonight's show is very, very predictable, right? I mean, nobody can see the Gun Club actually, winning and going over FTR. I don't think that's gonna be happening. Especially with FTR and the Briscoes taking place very soon. FTR needs that momentum going strong right now. But at WrestleMania, the match card is very predictable. I mean, one thing, if you could say one thing about the match card at WrestleMania, that word would be unpredictable. It's very unpredictable, without a shadow of a doubt. And what else do we have here? True says, who are the remaining free agent wrestlers now? That's right, there are a few. I believe there are a few right now as we speak. By the way, Gun Club still going strong. Surprisingly still going strong. Let's see. All right, so let's see who are some noteworthy free agents at the moment as we speak. We got Ace Romero as a free agent. I believe we've got Alberto Del Rio as a free agent, if you count him as an agent at all. You got Bandito, you got Bray Wyatt, you got Brian Kendrick. I don't know if they want him, but you've got Brian Kendrick, you got Carlito. You got Cesaro as a free agent. Big name right there, right? You look at Damian Sandow, Danhausen. I mean, he's recently got signed. So there are a few ones out there. Enzo Amore is another one, right? Eric Rowan, Fandango. I don't know what his deal with NWA is right now, but he's there as well. And yeah, there are quite a few out there for sure, right? Absolutely. There are some very notable free agents right there. You've got, I believe, Mojo Rawley, another one is there. Matt Cross is there. PJ Black, Justin Gabriel, I mentioned him earlier, also a free agent as we speak right now. Yeah, there are quite a few. Without a shadow of a doubt, there are quite a few. And if you look at the Singh brothers, by the way, the Bollywood brothers, or as you saw in WWE, the Singh bros, they are definitely free agents too at this very moment. So there are some free agents. If AEW wants to pick on them, they can very well pick on them because... yeah, they are free, and they're not under any kind of contract as we speak right now. So there are a handful that AEW could actually go out there and shop, for sure. And TRU, yep, absolutely. True says, I'm going to be flipping channels. Goldberg needs to play a different role. Yeah, absolutely. What's happening, though? Oh, this guy was banned from AEW tonight. He was banned from the venue, ringside, backstage, anywhere. He was banned. But here he is. And while putting the poor security guard through the table, and there he is, Wardlow, making his way into the arena through the fans, and fans are happy. Look at that. Fans are cheering him on. Sweet. Yeah, poor security guys though. I mean, no security guard has hair like that. So that obviously is an independent wrestler. Gives it away. The hair gives it away. And there he is. He is here. Wardlow looking angry. The fans all supporting Wardlow, all cheering him on. And Wardlow is feeling the support and he's loving it. Loving it. And a bunch of security guards, they just corner him and they're just stopping him from entering the ring. Yeah, and they're big security guards as well. So they are able to get him away from the ring and get him to the backstage area almost successfully. He's almost made it there, but he's angry. He wants to somehow get involved, somehow get physical, but the security guards, just too many, outnumber him so easily. And the Gun Club, yeah, it's not working out for them very well right now with a roll-up. A roll-up and a kick-out. And a kick-out. Look at that. Sweet stuff. Sweet stuff so far. True says Johnny Elite. Absolutely. That would be hilarious if Cody did that for sure. Absolutely. AJ, can you use a match between, what is that, Onita and Paige in GCW? Can you see a match between Onita and, wow, that would be a big one. Onita and Gage would be crazy, Chris. We just saw Onita, oh, there you go, and FTR, by the way, they pick up the win. Look at that, sweet stuff. And now, the next match that they're going to be wrestling is going to be against the Briscoe brothers, ROH Supercard, Super Show. It's going to be great. I think FTR has all the momentum in the world right now heading into that match, and it's going to be a very memorable bout between the FTR and the Briscoe brothers, and MJF gets in, clapping for them. Look at that. And MJF comes in, you know, like it's his business. He comes in, he shakes the hand of them, and they're like, no, this is my business. You get out of here. They shove him away. MJF's heart broken. He says, no way, we're friends. He picks up the title, gives it to the FTR, says, no, we're still on the same page. We still have a partnership. And the FTR like, we whatever, and he raises their arm up in victory. FTR put on a good job, put on a good show here. And MJF still their boss, still writing their checks, obviously. Sweet stuff. And a Gage and Onita match at Chris and in GCW would be insane. We saw Onita in action not too long ago, I believe last weekend on the independent show, and we've seen what Gage can do as well. So a match between Gage and Onita, I think that would be a scary bout, Chris. A very scary, but somebody should book it. And FTR for the win. You guys were all right. FTR did pick up the win, and I can see everybody here. Renegade, Bobby, True, 3 out of 4. Invincible tonight. And Ricky, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And you have missed out on some matches. Tonight's show so far has been lighthearted, right? It has been too extreme, has not been too extreme, has not been too crazy, not too unpredictable. We saw some fresh matches. We saw Max Caster versus CM Punk. You know, we saw, obviously right now, we saw MJF versus the Gun Club. You know, we've seen some good matches here, unpredictable matches. We saw John Moxley versus, this guy, Jay Lethal. So, predictable matches, but not bad. Fresh matches. And that is something that I can appreciate without a shadow of a doubt. It is good. It's good stuff. And speaking of good stuff right now, we are on a commercial break. So let me know, guys, how are you feeling? We are, what is day? Is it Wednesday night, right? So we are one day away from WrestleMania SmackDown. And tomorrow, we're going to be joined by a WWE superstar right here on this channel, and you know you cannot miss out on that one. That's going to be a very interesting and great interview. You guys should tune in for it because it's going to be great. And on top of that, WrestleMania SmackDown is going to be happening on Friday. We've got some interesting Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal match. We've got, obviously the Intercontinental match, and we've got ROH and Impact and Hall of Fame and all that craziness. I miss those days. I'll tell you what, guys. It's great. And I can see here everybody has an invincible score. That's beautiful. But when I started Wrestling News, I'll tell you something. When I started Wrestling News about 5-6 years ago, Wrestling News never used to be so crazy. I mean, wrestling in general was not so crazy. Life was simple. we had one promotion that got all the news in the world, that got all the coverage in the world. That was the WWE. That's it, right? I mean, life was simple. All you had to do was report some WWE wrestling news, and that was about it, right? There, you didn't have to catch up on a lot of shows. SmackDown used to be pre-taped. Raw used to be live. One live show one live show in a week. And I believe NXT used to be pre-taped too. SmackDown, as I said, used to be pre-taped. One live show in a week and one, pay-per-view a month. Life used to be simple. Yeah, life used to be easy. And now you look at that. Every single day you have a live show. You have pay-per-views once or twice a month. And on top of that, you have these independent shows and you have news from all the promotions coming in. And every promotion bringing their A game. It's crazy. Pro wrestling now is busier than it's ever been. I've never seen pro wrestling being so busy as it is right now. And tonight's show is flying by, Renegade. I agree. And it's because it's so fresh. Tonight's show is so fresh. How long have we? Wow, it's already been an hour? That's crazy. I mean, I remember last night's NXT. It seemed like the time had come to a standstill. It was a good show. I'm not saying it was a bad show, but it just felt very slow paced. Tonight's show, on the other hand, and we're having fun here, right? It's good. Not bad at all. Speaking of fun, it's been a while since I've actually played this bad boy, so I better turn it on as well. We might need it during the next commercial break. So let's see. Where is it? There we go. I got it. Alright, speaking of that, we are back from the commercial break. Let's see how this one turns out. Bobby says, AJ breaking news, Serena Deeb wrestled today on AEW Dark Elevation. How was the match, Bobby? Did you see it? Oh, Chris, the Jericho Appreciation Club right there. Oh, Society, sorry. JAS, you gotta love that.
I want to call myself the influencer. It's not a catchphrase or a gimmick. It's the truth. Because for the last 3 weeks, I've had people from all around the world, dirt sheet writers, fans, lowly pro wrestlers from every roster in this country, including ours, wanted to be a part of the JAS. It's not going to happen. There's only 5 of us. So if everybody wants to join us, all I have to say is this: GFY. And you saw what happened last
GFY. What does GFY? Am I a boomer? Because I don't know what GFY stands for. Anybody here in the comments can help me out. What does GFY stand for? Because Jericho says, if you want to be a part of the Jericho Appreciation Club, we got, GFY for you. What does that stand for? Will Rally's here. Are you kidding me? Will Rally makes his long-awaited return. Good to see you. And he says, hi AJ, what's up? I'm back. Hope Dynamite is good. Love your streams. As always, here in the UK, my brother Will Rally. You don't know, my heart's melting right now. It is so good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well, and hope you're keeping in good spirits, good health. John Dynamite's tonight has been good because, as we were saying earlier, you can look at the comments. Time is flying by. We've been doing about for a month, for a hour so far, and it's good. And right now, as we can see, JAS, Jericho Appreciation Society, gets jumped, gets attacked backstage. Yeah, it's crazy. Chaos backstage. Jericho gets attacked. All of his society gets attacked. Weird. And Jericho trying to make an escape. And in that process, he actually gets out and he gets to the arena. And look at the guy who's attacking him. Eddie. Eddie is going after Jericho right now as we speak. And nobody brings in the heat, the Brooklyn Heat, the New York Heat, like Eddie does. I mean, he is a very, very real guy. When it comes to the in-ring action, nobody is a more real guy than Eddie right there. Look at that. Look at that. Jericho is in some deep trouble right now as we speak. Sweet. And he gets Jericho into the ring. In the middle of the ring, it is Jericho on his hands and his legs. And Eddie right there, with his arm raised high up, his fist clenched, and he goes for a big, big, bad punch right into the jaw of Chris Jericho, and Jericho goes down. Look at that. Look at that. Wow, sweet stuff. And True says pro wrestling was due for another boom period. That's right, True. And this is pro wrestling's boom period. That's right. AJ, I love that, Bobby. I love that. And Bobby says, no, it was tapings. Oh, there you go. Thank you for that, Bobby. Thank you for that. Will Riley says, not sure what that means. That's what Jericho said, AJ. That's right, GFY. What does that mean? Anybody help me out? What does that mean? Amazing news about time. Wait, K9 is here. Amazing news about me. K9, help. Let us know. What is it? We are all about good news, amazing news here. So let me know. What is the good news? And speaking of good news, Jericho Appreciation Society has been taken out, guys. It's been taken out by Eddie Appreciation Society, or his friends. Eddie and his friends have taken out Jericho and his buddies. Sweet. Jericho being punished. Is being punished right now. He's been put... Wow, this guy is carrying him on his shoulders while his friend climbs the top turnbuckle. Jericho's gonna eat it really badly, or no, but his society, his members, his friends come in for the save. And we can see it right here. Jake Hager comes in for a quick save here. Jake Hager is godsend for Chris Jericho. There is no friend better than Hager, or bulkier or muscular than Hager. You need a guy like that, a muscle man like Hager in your corner. And if you've got him, you know, everything's got to work out for the good. And Jake Hager there with a quick save for Jericho. And the tables have turned around. Another table turner moment for us right here. Chris Jericho and his society are in control of this bad boy right now. Eddie has been laid down. His friend's been laid down. And Chris Jericho is loving what we're seeing right now. Look at that. Chris Jericho is in control. And everybody corners Eddie, as we see. Eddie in some deep bad trouble. Yeah. Is in bad trouble here. Crazy. While submission hold was locked in, Jericho with a big... Is that a baseball bat? That's a baseball bat. Yes, big hits from that baseball bat to the back of Eddie right there. Eddie is in tremendous pain. Once again, Jericho Society is at the top, loving it right now. So we transition from a backstage interview all the way into the middle of the ring, and they did it so beautifully. So beautifully. They made it seem like nothing. The transition was fantastic. And this is what we need, you know. I mean, for the live audience, it must suck for them to see backstage brawls because they cannot be a part of the action. But to see it in front of them in the middle of the ring, that's what they like. And look at Eddie right now. They're holding him, you know. They're not letting go of this guy. And Chris Jericho with the big baseball bat hits right to the back of Eddie. He's also got his belt in his hands. And they're all just ganging up on Eddie as we speak. Poor guy. You gotta feel bad for him. And Bobby says, AJ, I'm looking forward to watching Deonna Purrazzo. Absolutely. And so am I. And you know, during the interview that I did with Mickie James, I mean, she said it, right? Deonna Purrazzo is the best wrestler that she's ever been in the ring with. You talk about both male or female, she says Deonna is the best. So definitely it's a treat whenever we get to see her. Let's see who she's going to be wrestling. Is it going to be Serena? Is it going to be Britt Baker? Is it going to be somebody else? Looking forward to the Champ Challenge, obviously. Will Riley. I don't know, I know that you were away and you were, not able to catch on lately, but I'll let you know, you'll be very happy to know that we are having some big interviews coming out every single day this week. We had, the one and the only, we had Authors of Pain joining us for an exclusive interview. That interview is already out, and Mickie James also stopped by for a big interview just yesterday. So check it out, that interview also up on our channel. Tomorrow, we're going to be having a WWE superstar joining us for an interview. It's going to be coming out tomorrow. As always, I say, you guys can go crazy with your ideas, with your predictions. Let me know who do you think could it be coming up tomorrow. And let's see if you can actually win this little prediction game here. Who is stopping by tomorrow for a little interview right here on this channel? Will Riley says, wait a second. Oh, come on. Will Riley says, have you seen what's on Friday, AJ? Impact Special, Hall of Fame, ROH. I know that, brother. I know that. It's crazy. It's crazy. You talk about you don't know how to watch it. I don't know how to do a watch along for it. So much stuff here, right? You've got ROH, SmackDown, WrestleMania SmackDown going head to head. You've got Impact Wrestling and Hall of Fame going head to head. And I don't know if ROH is going to extend longer, but if it does, we might actually have ROH, Impact, and Hall of Fame going head to head. So it's going to be crazy. And Chris says, I have breaking news. I just met All Snow. Oh, no way. That's crazy. You met all of them in a man, Chris. You are a lucky, lucky guy. Look at that. As we know, Chris right now is in Texas for WrestleMania, and he runs into all those people: Amber Noah, Al Snow, Aerostar, Onita. You should have asked Onita if he could be wrestling engaged in the future. Right there, that's beautiful, Chris. Have fun, buddy. Have fun. And Will, thank you for that. What are you streaming Friday, Will? My intentions are to do every single show, right? Every single show, not miss out on any show. That's my intention. But how much can one AJ do is a question. So we'll see. We'll see. And Renegade says Danielson for the win. Has to be it. He has to win. As I said, tonight's show hasn't been, the most unpredictable show that we've ever seen from AEW. It's been highly, highly predictable, for sure. I mean, nobody can say that Wheeler Yuta is going to go over Danielson, right? It's not going to happen. But again, it's a fresh match. Just like we've seen every other match before this, have all been fresh new bouts, new matchups, which is nice and welcoming, right? We're not seeing the whole same feuds, same matches over and over again. We're seeing some new crisscrosses, new matchups, which is a welcoming move. Also, very predictable, but that's okay. And that's right. And one thing that I would like to point out once again is Keith Lee is a total rampage guy. We barely see him on Dynamite. If we do, it's usually a hype package or a backstage interview, backstage segment, but we never see him wrestle on Dynamite. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I feel like I miss him on the Wednesday nights. I totally do. Chris says, I asked Onita, he answered in Japanese. Oh, there we go. There we go. Love that, brother. Love that. Will says, that is awesome, Chris. All Snow. Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. AJ, every show, live stream. That's right, brother. I want to live stream every single show because we gotta live stream every single show, right? You can't keep anybody away from a show. You have to bring out the best. And WrestleMania is gonna bring out the best out of me. I think I'm gonna be going all Vegeta. I'm gonna be going all Super Saiyan this WrestleMania weekend because we've got a lot of shows, and only a Super Saiyan can pull off all these live streams together like the way I'm gonna be doing this weekend. And Danielson to win, but will make Wheeler look good for sure. Absolutely, I think something like what Moxley did with Lethal is what we're gonna see here with Bryan Danielson and Yuta. This reminds me already of the little Drew Gulak versus Bryan Danielson match we saw on SmackDown a few months ago, or has it been a year? Probably a year ago. So this is sweet stuff. I mean, right off the bat, it looks like a very technical match. Yuta, obviously, with the creativity in the ring right now, Bryan Danielson, the technical wrestler he is, beautiful showcase of that technical wrestling. Yuta, Bryan Danielson, sweet so far. And D-Star is here. Hi guys, did I miss anything? Very nice. D-Star, I don't know if you missed anything, but we missed you, brother. We missed you. And no, just like I said, the show has been very predictable, but has been a nice, decent show. We've seen some matches. We've seen, wait a second. I thought they were about to lock in, but they just stepped back for a quick second, just eating the fan applause, the fan cheers. They're having fun here. Yes, D-Star, you missed out on a match between CM Punk and Max Caster. You missed out on a match between Jon Moxley and Jay Lethal. You missed out on one between FTR and the Gun Club. And right now what we're seeing here is Bryan Danielson versus Yuta. So, technical wrestling on display, beautiful stuff. Again, it's been fresh new matches, but not really the most unpredictable show. It's been very, very predictable. Ask everybody what their scores are right now, and when it comes to predictions, everybody is invincible. Everybody's doing well, which is beautiful. And yeah, it's a win-win for everybody. We're having fun. It's a good show, nonetheless. And still to come is the debut of the Tony Khan's recruit, the lady who's going to be in it to squash or to, destroy Bunny tonight in the Owen Hart tournament, first round. So let's see how that goes. But she's going to be making her debut tonight. We'll see how that goes. And Chris says, well, I didn't get a pick. They were all leaving. Oh, there you go. No problem, brother. Voldemort, the referee, is back. That's right. That's your referee. Voldemort, indeed. Absolutely. Who's wrestling? Who's wrestling on TV? Not on TV. Oh, that's this. We're seeing Wheeler Yuta and Bryan Danielson wrestling right now. As I believe True said it, that it's going to be both of them bringing the best out of each other. Making Yuta look good, and as Bryan is, he's making Yuta look very good right now. But obviously, there is no way that Utah is winning this one. That would be a big upset, and I don't think we're in for upsets here. Is William Regal not here, by the way? Because, Moxley was involved in a singles match early on, which he won, and William Regal wasn't there, and here we can see Bryan also in a singles match, and William Regal not there, so that is interesting. Maybe he's enjoying a night off tonight. That's good. That's good. And Bobby says Bryan Danielson is my pick to win. Mine as well, brother. Will says at least Jay Lethal getting used now. That's right. Absolutely. It's good. Finally, he's getting used, which is much appreciated. That's right. When he first came by, and he looked like a total superstar, he looked like he was having all the momentum on his side, all the fan support and whatnot, and they just had him on Dark and Elevation and Dark and Elevation. It's good to see him on TV now, and it was funny because when the match started off, he offered Jon Moxley a handshake, and Jon Moxley just slapped his hand away. But at the end of it, after a very nice back and forth match, Jon Moxley was actually the one who offered him a handshake, and he, almost had tears in his eyes. He shook his hands, and he left the ring. So definitely a show of respect, and a bit of a passing or approval from Moxley that, hey, this guy Lethal is good. So I think there are bigger things in store for Lethal on AEW in the future. And Chris says, I picked Danielson. Absolutely. Regal is on commentary. There you go, Jake. Thanks for letting me know. And that is why I should be having my volume up. Or should have my headphones on. But, with the headphones, I actually got some beautiful headphones. Just for the sake of these commentary and the watch-alongs, because I want to be able to listen to it. But, with the turban on, I can't put the headphones on, so that gets tricky. But, yeah, I should be having the commentary on as well. Thank you for that, Dale, Jake. True, thank you for that. TRU says, Utah being very impressive tonight, maintaining that bridge. Well, Bryan, absolutely, yes, Utah is being very, very good tonight. As we can see with those kicks, he planted those kicks on Bryan, and Bryan with that one single kick gets Utah down, and he looks like he's in pain. But Bryan just looking invincible as we speak, which he should. He should come across as the guy, which he is coming across as. Good stuff. And he's looking for a big chop. He's setting Utah up for a big chop, and there you go, Utah eats it like a man. Big chop from Bryan, and a big kick to the gut. Utah is in tremendous amount of pain. Another big chop. Bryan is in control like nobody else. Look at that. Thank you for that, Michael. Thank you. This takes great skills. Absolutely. This is good stuff. This is sweet, super nice stuff. This is technical wrestling at its finest. And I think that Bryan was really also bringing out the best in Drew Gulak. I remember watching that match on SmackDown. I'm like, wow, Bryan, this guy is going to make Drew Gulak's career. I thought Drew Gulak was going to get fired or something, but look at Bryan right there, really making him shine, making him look like a star. This guy has got to be the next Daniel Bryan in WWE, was my first thought when I watched that match. That was a beautiful, beautiful match. And Bryan made him look like a star that night. But I guess the WWE officials didn't see a star in him, or didn't see any charisma in him, which is why they just ended that little, honeymoon period for Drew Gulak, and it came to a crashing end. And the best and the most relevant thing that he's done ever since is do a little tutorial for WWE 2K22, but that's about it. So it's been sad, but Bryan definitely did want to bring out the best in Drew Gulak back in SmackDown, and he's doing the same right now with a lot of the younger stars and talent right here in AEW, which is much appreciated, much appreciated. And Clay, good to see you. That's right. Bailey interview should be done soon. As I said, Clay, tomorrow, a WWE superstar is going to be stopping by. I am going to be interviewing them tomorrow. So I hope you tune in, you enjoy the interview, because that's going to be a big one. Thierry says, hold him, the headphones. How about the headphones? No, it's not possible. No, Thierry, I've thought about it, but it's not possible. No. And yeah, that's right. Utah hauled up. I saw that too. Definitely saw that. Will says, do you watch the WWE The Bump? It's quite a good show. Gotta watch it after Dynamite. I'm looking forward to seeing what WWE does with Cody Rhodes. I think Cody is great. I watch The Bump occasionally. I don't watch it religious. I don't watch it every single week. I watch it occasionally. Yeah, I watch it occasionally. I don't watch it a lot. But, if you say it's good, I might have to check it out. But I'm not the biggest fan of the hosts on there. That's why. I can't stand a few of them, so I'm like, nah, it's just too much for me. But no, I appreciate what they do with The Bump, and, it's sweet. It's sweet what they do, so yes, that's okay. Too Sweet says, there he goes. Sweet German suplex, absolutely. What if the bunny is facing Bailey? True. I'm telling you, Clay is gonna go crazy if Bailey's here on Dynamite. That would be interesting. But yes, who is the bunny facing is the $1,000,000 question still of the night. Who is the bunny facing? Who is that person, that lady who's gonna be going up against Bunny? But there we go. By the way, Brian kills Yuta with a big one right there. He realizes it. He's done it. He's connected the big one. And Brian knows that he's in control, looking into the eyes of the official, into the eyes of Lord Voldemort, as D-Star likes to call him. And there he goes, stomping down on the mat hard. Brian, all chest. Look at Brian's chest, by the way, all red because of eating all those chops throughout this match. This match was no, light match, guys. This was a good match. Oh, by the way, are you kidding me right now? You kidding me? This guy is out of his damn mind. Yuta spits in the face of Bryan Danielson, guys. Oh, and Brian kills him with that power driver. Wow, there we go. Neck first into the mat. Brian is furious. He's angry. Yuta made a big mistake by spitting right in the face of Bryan Danielson as we speak. And even though Yuta has given up, even the match is over, Brian still with the spit on his face. Look at his beard, his mustache, his forehead. You still got that. And that's just bad, guys. That's just bad. Look at that. Bryan Danielson severely insulted right here in front of the world as Yuta spits right in his face. Pure lack of respect for the veteran. Are you kidding me? Who does that? Especially when COVID is still around. You're going around spitting in other people's faces. If WHO is watching this right now, they're not going to be very happy. Wow, look at that. Brian. Pure disrespect. Pure disrespect. Look at that. TRU says, not your live stream is showing up in my subscriptions feed. YouTube must have been drunk. Oh, they're showing it now. There we go. Thank you for that, YouTube. Thank you for that. Truth, I'm used to it. I've been doing this stuff for about 6 years now. And I've dealt with some crap on Instagram. So if YouTube wants to be doing this stuff as well, that's okay. It's all right. We're gonna be here. We're gonna be having fun anyways because the family's here, right? As long as we're here together watching it, it's all worth it. And coming up next is gonna be Andrade, who's gonna be in action versus Darby Allin. This is gonna be a good match as well. As we said, guys, tonight it's flying by. The show is flying by. An hour and 15 minutes into the show. Are you kidding me? And we still have this guy, Darby Allin and Andrade, still to come, and we have Bunny and the debuting new star coming at it. It's gonna be good. And Adam Cole making his entrance right now, baby. And the crowd's happy. Everybody's just, look at that sweet stuff. Yuta is looking strong. Absolutely true. Very good stuff. AJ, can you see the paper signs on the railings on the hard cam side? What do they say? Oh, actually, I'm gonna take a look after it. Once we go back to the hard cam, I haven't seen them yet. But once they pan across the place, once again, I'm going to take a look, brother. I'll definitely take a look. There we go. That's right. AJ, now that you're good with AEW, can you interview Red Velvet so you can let her know? For sure, brother. And as I said, my total and absolutely pure intentions are to make these interviews with these stars live. So you can interact with them while the interviews are going on, and you can ask them the questions, or you can express your love or your admiration for them as we talk, right? And they can acknowledge you as you acknowledge them. That is my intention, because I want to make the experience on here a very interactive one. I want you to experience these things, not just watch it, but experience the videos, experience the interviews, and that's why I want to make them live, and I think we're going to be able to make them live. As the channel gets bigger, I promise I'm going to be making them live, because if you look at the Instagram that I do, right, I do most of the interviews on Instagram live, because I want the fans to experience the interviews, not just watch them. And as the channel grows, we're going to be making them live, and we're going to be having these stars come out every single week to talk to you. So make sure to circulate this channel around, to get your friends to subscribe. And if everybody gets 2 friends to subscribe, it just gets the channel up, up. So yeah, get that done, guys. Let's get to 2,000 in time for Mania. And I promise you, we're gonna have a big live stream with a big wrestler, the next week. Let's get to 2,000 by Mania. I promise you that. It's a promise from Wrassline's. It's a promise from AJ that if we get to 2,000 by Mania, we're gonna have a big star doing a live stream next week. And I always deliver on my promises, I'll tell you that right now. So, have your friends, your family members subscribe to the channel. Let's get to 2,000 by Mania. Let's do it.
They're not here, not only because they weren't invited to the party, but because they're ashamed. They're embarrassed that we so easily took these championships from them.
That's cringy stuff. These guys stole the championships and they pasted their own names on the gold. That is looking legit. Those are some legit looking nameplates, guys. That's beautiful stuff. Taking pics with those titles, that's right. The Thieves are here. True, I love that. Thieves. And everybody has an invincible score here. I love that. Am I the only one who never really been a fan of Adam Cole? I think he's overhyped, says D-Star. D-Star, as I say, you speak my mind, you speak my heart. I love that. Too Sweet says, how did Cole get the belt? Oh, he never got the belt, he just stole the belts. That's right, as True says it right there, the Thieves are here. They stole all 3 titles. That's what they did. And Renegade and everybody here, Bobby True here with an invincible score of 4-4-0. Love that. That's right, D-Star, he stole it. He stole it off Page. They stole the damn belts.
Ranked high enough to challenge for these titles. You know what I say to those haters? Tell them. You know what I say to those haters? Tell them. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something about how we're wicked and the rankings don't matter because everybody loves us. What was it? Oh, you know what it is? You know what it is? You know what it is? You got too much champagne backstage. I don't feel good. I just sit down. Oh God.
What the hell?
And what my friend is trying to say is that this man, his reputation precedes him. He lied. Now I'll go ahead.
Can we just talk about how much this guy KOR is enjoying himself? I don't think I've ever seen him so enthusiastic and so happy in NXT than I see him in AEW. This guy is having a good time, and you can tell just by looking at him, he's loving it here. Undisputed Elite, that's right, Renegade 4-4-0, love that. Mania stream, gonna be too sweet, brother, absolutely, 100%. A lot up for grabs at Mania.
It's gonna go all week long because we have more champagne.
Oh, there we go. And Paige, the real champion, is here, and he wants his title back. Wow. And Paige, if you will, pulling off a little JBL here, coming up with a beautiful car with the horn right there. Wow, this is some cowboy shit. Look at Hangman Page making his way to the ring in that beautiful, beautiful car. Gets into the ring, goes after KOR, goes after Bobby Fish, and he gets all 3 of them and planted them down with the big strikes to the head. Hangman is having a great time. Where is the Jurassic Express? They should be here. Don't they want their damn titles? Where are these people? But Hangman single-handedly gets all of these 3 undisputed elites down and out and throws them across the ring. Both of the friends of Adam Cole are down ringside. Adam Cole, dear Lord. Adam Cole was standing there face to face with Page, and you know, the friends realized that Cole didn't stand a chance, and that is why they grabbed his legs and they pulled him away from the ring, pulled him to the ringside, and as they were retreating to the backstage area, out comes the Jurassic Express, and they're like, wait a second, those are our titles, aren't they? Those are our titles, and they are here to grab their titles. That's sweet. That is good. And D-Star says Cole took Eddie's advice of lie, cheat, and steal. That's right, he did that. Yeah, he did that. Sweet boot to the face, absolutely. Mini JBL, that was a mini car and a mini JBL indeed. I love that, absolutely. JBL just one of those wrestlers also, you know. I mean, I loved him. I mean, when I started watching wrestling, he was in his prime, you know. I mean, he was doing great stuff with John Cena and Crime Time and all that kind of stuff. I miss those times, man. Those days when I started watching wrestling, so good, so nice. Paige in the house, that's right. And arrived in a Tesla, that's right, a Tesla. Was it a Tesla? That's interesting. Hangman cleaning the house. AJ, can you interview Clark Connors or Bobby Fish? Absolutely, but I'll tell you something. Even though we're on good terms with AEW now, finally the things are better, it's still not the easiest thing to get an AEW interview because they're PR thing is just crazy. I mean, the whole process is insane. You'd think that WWE is hard to get to, but WWE has recognized, it's been a few years now. They recognize Wrasslinews as an official news partner, so it's not hard anymore for me to do interviews for WWE. Thankfully, very grateful for that. We've earned that respect, which is great. Well, with the AEW, it's weird because of the whole thing that Brandy Rhodes did, and even the aerial stuff that just happened. It's still weird to get interviews done, especially if you have a podcast and you want to have a star on a podcast. It's still a little technical, it's still a little weird. Yeah, so we'll see. Hopefully we can do AEW interviews soon. But until then, we got WWE interviews, we got Impact interviews. We've got, of course, AEW Dark and Elevation interviews coming in. That's it. I agree, TRU. I thought that was JBL too, especially the horn right there in front of the car. I thought that was JBL. That is sweet. You can tell that this guy, Hangman Page, is getting paid well if he can come out, in that car looking as good with that accessory of the horn and whatnot. That is sweet stuff. Hangman is getting a big paycheck. And speaking of big paycheck, guys, we are 1 hour and 23 minutes into the bad boy, into the show, which means we have about 30 minutes or so for two big matches. And the matches are, of course, Andrade versus Darby Allin, and the match that we all have been waiting for. I've been waiting for this match right here. We've got the Bunny. We've got a special lady appearing who Tony Khan himself has picked. Who is the lady gonna be? What's gonna happen? That we have to see. But the Bunny and this lady, that match is also gonna be coming up. We'll see how that goes. And what else do we have here? Chris says Clark Connors is independent wrestler. It may be easier for sure. Chris, I'm going to be writing the name down, Clark Connors, and I'll reach out to them after Mania, because you better believe it. The amount of interviews that are recorded, during this week, they were good enough for a month or so. But because it's WrestleMania week, I wanted to get all the interviews out in the same damn week. That is why we're getting them all out together. But after Mania, I'm going to be reaching out to more people, and Clark Connors is definitely going to be one of them. And I'm writing it down right now. Clark Connors, I got the name down. Gonna be reaching out after Mania. What else do we have here? Let's see. D-Star says, we still paying that Brandy Rhodes tax. That's right, the Brandy Rhodes tax still here too. But I don't think it's Brandy Rhodes right now. I mean, I haven't attempted an AEW interview myself ever since she left. But things are getting better. But the whole thing with MJF and Ariel and the podcast, I think that it's gotta be tricky. It's gotta be tricky. It's happening now. It is time for the women's, Owen Hart qualifier. Is that happening? Oh, no, it's not happening, Laura. I heard women's and I thought this is it, but no, it's not. It's women's champion Thunder Rosa coming out for a quick little interview. TRU says, hell yeah, that's right. Tesla, that is beautiful. Tesla is beautiful. I wonder if Thunder Rosa actually does her face paint herself, because that is a very detailed face paint that she comes out with every single week. Beautiful stuff. I don't know how people are so talented. I would never be able to do a face paint nearly as good as that one. Wow. She says, I don't want to be a face of this division or this company. I want to be a face of all of women's wrestling.
There's always bullies that want to bring me down.
So she wants to be the face of all of women's wrestling. Does that mean she's going to go to ROH as well?
Not down. But foundations, they remain standing. And I will be a foundation in this company.
Okay. Is she going to drop a bomb on ROH? Something has to happen, right?
Come and get me.
Okay.
I'm ready.
All right.
And this brings me to you, Nyla Rose.
Oh, okay.
I'm
No, she's still here. That was just a promo. I thought when she said, I'm going to be the face of all of women's division, I thought she was going to go crazy. She was going to be the Doctor Strange of women's division and get everybody in here. But now it's just a promo. That's all right. It's okay. And D-Star says, so these two Owen Hart tournament, that's right, one for men. That's right, two of them. And also we're going to be getting the Owen Hart playable character in the upcoming AEW video game. So we don't know when the video game's coming out, but we know that when the video game is out, Owen Hart's got to be in it. So that's good news. And True says, hey Rosa, look at that, she's going to empower. And if you guys weren't aware, the interview that I recorded with Mickie James, I love to, what I love to do is I love to, I understand what these wrestlers like. Like, for example, Mickie James came across as one of the most serious wrestlers, because when I recorded the interview with her, I'm sorry Mickie James, if you're watching this right now, I'm sorry about that, but the poor lady had to wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning for that interview. When we started recording the interview, she said that Nick, her husband, Nick Aldis, had to go downstairs to the bedroom because she had to jump on the interview with me. So I'm like, sorry about that, Mickie. Sorry I had to wake you up early. And she didn't even smile. She was like, yeah. I'm like, what the hell? She is a serious lady and she's not playing around here. She is not here for jokes. And as I was getting into the interview, made some jokes here and there and, made her smile and just, eased her into the interview. And towards the end of the interview, I asked her, I dropped the big question, the one question I wanted answered. I said, what do you think of Empower 2? Is it happening? Is it really happening? What do we have any word on it? And, she, like a lot of the other wrestlers who have appeared on the podcast before, they always spill the beans when they're with me. And she's like, yes, it's happening. I just have to sit down and arrange the dates and everything, but it is happening. And that's right, Empower 2 is happening, and you say it right there, brother. I saw the comment right there from True saying that Thunder Rosa could be going to Empower. It could absolutely 100% be happening. But speaking of Empower, look at who's coming out right now, the very powerful Bunny. But who is the opponent gonna be? Who is she gonna be facing? Who is debuting tonight? That we'll see in just a second. Oh dear Lord, are you kidding me right now? This really happened? Oh, wow. Toni freaking Storm makes her damn way to the ring from the WWE to OnlyFans to all of her fans in AEW. Toni Storm is in it. Damn it. And the AEW's women's division goes to a new level with the addition of Toni Storm. She is all elite. Toni Storm right now is all elite, guys. It has happened. She has made it to AEW, and I can see everybody here is happy. Toni freaking Storm is here. This is great. Look at her. And when she was in the WWE, they were kind of diva her. They were trying to make her a diva with the straight hair, with the makeup on, with whatnot, removing the face paint. But here we can see, she is Toni freaking Storm. She is here, and she is here to make an impact. She is good. Look at that. And, Too Sweet looks happy. He says, Toni Storm hot. That will keep, that was a well-kept secret as well. But, Tony Khan made it known that he was super duper interested in Toni Storm. So that was a very known fact. So it was not a big surprise, but yes, it was definitely something that made me smile, for sure. Good stuff. Toni Storm is in the building. She is all elite, and I think she's the one who's going to be squashing Bunny right here. Sweet stuff. This is a big win for AEW, without a shadow of a doubt. Toni Storm has to win, that's right. And Chris says, who is Toni Storm? She is a popular wrestler, Chris. Love that. Everybody's happy. I see True. Tony, good to see you, Tony. TRU, Dale, everybody. Ricky is happy. It is Toni Storm. And Ricky says, gotta be Toni Storm. It is Toni Storm. There you go. And Tony says, WWE's lost. Yes, most ultimately AEW. Absolutely. And they really dropped the ball on this lady. I mean, we saw her NXT UK. She was great. She comes up to the main roster. They just dropped the ball with her so bad. And she is here where she truly deserves to be. I think she's going to be fantastic in AEW. With that headlock locked in. And the Bunny. Wow. Big drop kick to Bunny. Bunny is down. Toni Storm still in the damn control. And going for the cover. Bunny kicks out. Wow, Tony Storm is good. She's good. D-Star says, last time I saw Tony Storm, Charlotte absolutely hit her in the face with a cake. I remember that. Absolutely do. X-Persona, good to see you. You are here right in time, as is Tony Storm, right in time to AEW. Sweet stuff. Great stuff. True says she got Charlotte back before she left WWE. There you go. Look at that. So she got her revenge. That is sweet. And the bunny hasn't been able to do anything in this match so far. She is able to resist it for a good few minutes, but hasn't been able to do anything. Nothing. The most that Bunny has done here is an Irish whip. Or maybe count that little kick to the chest right there, and Tony Storm goes flying down to the ringside. Bunny seems to be in control for a bit, but I don't know how long that's gonna last, and she's gonna go running to Tony Storm and a big clothesline to Storm ringside. The Bunny is happy, smiling big. She is living the moment as we speak. This is sweet stuff. Who Tony Storm? Wow, woo Tony Storm looking great and lost weight, no offense. Good for her. Just waiting for Athena Ember Moon now. Absolutely will. And no, I don't think there's any offense in saying that she lost weight, because she definitely did. And that's good on her. She looks like she's in a great shape. Definitely, lost a few pounds and looking better than ever. This is great. This is the peak. I think the peak Tony Storm, the best that we've seen her, the best shape. And wow, she goes head first into that pole right there, the ring post. That has to hurt. She's down hard. D-Star says, I hope Tony Storm doesn't end up like Ruby Soho. Oh, dear Lord. Yeah, Ruby Soho came here looking like, a star, and she was so celebrated, and look where she is right now. So that's kind of sad what happening is with Ruby Soho right now. But I don't think Tony Storm is going to end up like that. I think Tony Khan likes her too much for her to end up just like Ruby Soho. I don't think that's going to happen. Charlotte Flair said she enjoys wrestling with Tony Storm, and Charlotte said Tony Storm will be a star too. Absolutely. I mean, I have a lot of respect for Charlotte Flair. I think she speaks her mind, her heart, and I've done an interview with her, and I can tell that she really is a genuine person. I mean, amazing lady. Tony Storm is here, and I think she is going to be a star indeed. I could already see a huge match between Thunder Rosa and Tony Storm. Absolute Thunder Storm, man. Oh, dear. Can you imagine? Too sweet, you are on point here. A tag team between Thunder Rosa and Tony Storm. Call it Thunderstorm, and I'm sold. I'm sold. That's like saying WWE stands for Walk with Elias. This is like mind-blowing for me right now. Thunderstorm, tag team. It's written in the stars, guys. Thunder Rosa, Tony Storm, Thunderstorm. Wow. Wow, too sweet. Reach out to anybody you gotta reach out to at AEW. Make it happen. You came up with the idea. You deserve to get the credit for it. Reach out to the people in AEW. Let them know that you came up with this name. This is beautiful stuff. And Drew says Tony Storm slimmed down. She did. And you don't look too happy about it, Drew. What is that? Chris says AJ is the Hall of Fame. Famer interview Eric Bischoff. It could be Eric Bischoff. It could be anybody. It's got to be keeping a secret. I've got to be keeping it a secret for now. And Tony says there are two Storms I truly love on AEW. Jade, X-Men, Cargill. Oh, I see that. And Tony Storm. There we go. Two of them. That's sweet. And actually, I would like to see a match between the two Storms. That is Jade and Tony Storm. I think they would make for a nice and memorable match right there. And Bobby says, Tony Storm is my pick to win. I think she is everybody pick to win. I mean, as I said, tonight's show has been very predictable, but has been very, very, very fun. It's been very enjoyable. So it's good to see Tony Storm here. I think she is going to be fantastic, without a shadow of a doubt. And X-Persona says, here in Mexico, in mid-2005, Teddy Hart and Jack Evans came out at Hart Foundation. Good wrestlers, Teddy, but bad behavior anywhere he arrives. Oh, dear. Yeah, we've heard stuff about Teddy Hart for sure. That's not nice. Bad behavior is never acceptable, never ever. So since you're in Mexico, or X-Persona, have you heard of this guy? What's his name? PJ Black and his father. Apparently his father was big in Mexico because he also was a wrestler and a promoter himself. So I've heard stuff that his father actually was a big star in Mexico back in the day. Have you heard anything about it? Let me know if you have. And Thick Tony was better, says True. There you go. Hey, True. But you've got, a thicker than Snicker Nikita Lyons now. So I guess you can be happy. Even though Tony Storm's gone, you got Nikita Lyons in the WWE. But Toni Storm looking good there, just like we said, looking like she's in great shape. I mean, if you look at Bunny, look at Toni. Toni's got the charisma, she's got the personality, she's got the heat, the momentum, looking like a true rock star. Rock star is the actual word that I'll use for Toni right now, because she is looking like a rock star. And with a very unique moveset. Look at that headbutt to the chest, and Bunny goes down to the corner, sitting there against the wow, and Toni Storm is looking so good. Just so good. Bobby says 10 for 10 because of Toni Storm debut on AEW. There you go. Toni gets Bunny up. Bunny is lights out. She is not even in it so far. And going for the cover. And wow, Bunny kicks out at 2.9. Beautiful stuff. Toni says, fun facts. Toni Storm was a winner, absolutely, of the NYC Mae Young Classic and a former NXT UK's champion. That's what I was talking about. I mean, she was brilliant on NXT UK. She was the face of NXT UK for such a long time. She comes over to the main roster. They destroy her. They ruin her. I thought when she was coming to the main roster, I thought she would be treated like royalty, coming from the UK and whatnot. But no. Got treated like trash right there, but there you go. Looking like a true rock star here. I think she's going to rock it out here in AEW. It's going to be good. Will says she's really good in the ring. Ruby Soho on Dark every week for some reason. Now, yep, I believe just the roster is too jam-packed for everybody to be on the show. That's it. Ricky is happy with the big woo right there. Ruby Soho is doing fine, says true. Thunderstorm, big up to our buddy right here, Too Sweet Pistol Pete, for that name, Thunderstorm. That's a beautiful name. It's a beautiful name indeed. And Andy says, hey AJ, I'm hoping I'll see you tomorrow night. Andy, where you been, brother? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Of course, we're going to be seeing you tomorrow night, brother. Absolutely. X-Persona says, Mae Young Classic Tournament means nothing to WWE. Similarly to how, and the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale, it means nothing to them anymore. It's so sad, so sad. And the Cruiserweight Champion, the tournament, means nothing to them. It's sad. And Toni with a beautiful suplex to Bunny right here. A better suplex than what Jon Moxley delivered to Jay Lethal early on. Going for the cover, and she gets it. She gets it. Toni Storm with her first victory on AEW Dark, and she's happy. She's crying happy tears. Nice. She's happy to be here. Look at that. Sweet stuff. Sweet stuff. And Lance Storm. No. There you go, Lance Storm. That's interesting. Toni Storm is also a friend of Stardom superstar Carrie, single name only. Look at that. That's right. I love how you said single name only. That's right. It's no longer Carrie Sane. It's only Carrie. Love that. True says Toni Storm wrestled in Japan as well. That's right. Absolutely. All over the place and so good. And look who doesn't look very happy. It's Vicky Guerrero. Doesn't look too happy here. Yeah, Nyla Rose, Vicky. Is it just me? Or really the microphone is echoing so bad? I couldn't even make out what Vicky was saying right there. Yeah, the mic is echoing. They gotta get that fixed. And Kiera Hogan also great but not used. That's right. For some reason not used right there. I'm not too sure, well, why, but there is a lot of talent that should be used better, but it's not being used good at all. Ricky says, I love to see Toni Storm win AEW Women's Championship. WWE made bad choice. Yeah. WWE has made a lot of bad choices without a shadow of a doubt. Look at Toni Storm, you look at a lot of the wrestlers that were released, you look at Shayna Baszler, who, we saw, I mean, she's in the WWE, but how long is she going to be there? That we have to see. But you look at Marina Shafir, we saw a little promo package for her. I mean, she looks like $1 million. She looks like she's ready to rock and roll. So Marina Shafir, Toni Storm, all these women on the roster, AEW's women division just got up like 4 or 5 folds. It's going to be fantastic. And that's right, X-Persona, PJ Black, or, Justin Gabriel in the WWE. His dad, I think, was big in Mexico. I think so, Recorded an interview with him, and he was a promoter. He was interesting. Sky Blue is going to be in action next on the little tournament here. She is going to be in action up next against Jamie Hayter. So let's see how that turns out. Sky Blue Hayter is going to be the second round of the tournament. Let's see how this goes. Should be a good one. And what else do we have here? True says, do people think the Bunny is a bad wrestler? Yes, True. I have spoken with a few promoters out there, and they say Bunny, even though she has 8 years plus of experience, she's a bad wrestler. That's what the general idea here in the industry is in America about Bunny. And, I was also talking to them about Toni Storm, and they were like, you know what, Toni Storm, She's doing OnlyFans now, so that was not a good look for a lot of the promoters as well. And I spoke to a few promoters. This is the question that I had in mind for the longest time, and I went out, asking my promoters friends, why don't you guys book this guy, Brandi Lauren, right? Brandi Lauren, we remember her. She was in the tub with Damian Priest when he won the NXT US Championship, right? North American Championship. So I keep asking everybody, why don't you book Brandi Lauren? Why not? And the general answer I get is that book her for what? I'm like, what do you mean book her for what? Book her for wrestling, right? And they're like, I don't know if she's a wrestler or if she's a supermodel or what she is, because we don't see her wrestling, and I don't see the talent. If I only book her for looks, I can book a lot of people for looks at a much cheaper rate. So yeah, that's a tough one about Brandi Lauren. I was a big fan of her. I thought she was good, but the general idea, the perception in the independent market for Brandi is that you book her for what? So it's interesting. And Renegade, everybody here with an invincible score for a 5-0. Renegade, Bobby, True, everybody doing so well. Moons is here. Moons, good to see you eating beans. That's nice. That's nice. Good to see you. And K9 says they have confirmed that Tony Storm is all elite. That is beautiful stuff. Tony wins. Congratulations on Tony's very first victory. A very impressive one as well, Tony. Dale, absolutely. Bobby says, I would like to see Anna Jay accept Diana Perazzo's Champ Challenge one day. Wow, that would be nice, for sure. Absolutely. Expertana says, PJ Black, no, dude, he comes from South Africa. That's right, he does. No. He comes from Africa. But from what I've heard was that they also wrestled a few matches. His dad wrestled a few matches in Mexico, where he was super duper over. So that's what I was wondering. But yes, he obviously comes from Africa. And they were basically the McMahons of wrestling in Africa. Really big. I believe South Africa, really big out there. I mean, they had a lot of respect. And when his father passed away, a lot of people were looking at Justin Gabriel or PJ Black as the guy who would carry forward the industry in Africa. And he was only 18 years old then. And, the kingdom had fallen upon himself. The throne had all of a sudden gone over to PJ Black, who said that, he couldn't take that pressure, and he didn't want to do that. He didn't want to stay there, and that is why he just tried to somehow make it to UK, and then somehow make it to the US, and follow his dreams of being a wrestler himself than being a promoter. But now he's trying to be a promoter too. He's trying to do something for the younger generation of wrestlers in South Africa. So they're doing some beautiful stuff in South Africa right now as we speak, but definitely they come from there. And that was an interesting interview that I recorded with him, because he talks about how when he was a little kid he saw Andre the Giant jobbing out for his father's company when he was a little kid and whatnot. So stuff that you've never heard of before, like Andre the Giant jobbing out, Hulk Hogan jobbing out for his father's company, that you will hear in that interview. So check it out. You get some good information right there. And tables match next week. That's right, True. And there he is, Andrade. This is going to be a good one. This is going to be the main event of the night. You've got Andrade, you've got Darby Allin. I think we're in for a good main event right here. News, did you see Tyson Kidd back working and producing the women's matches? That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Yeah, sweet stuff. He was out for a bit. His neck injury flared up. Women's Mania match might be good. Yes, and we've heard that a lot of women actually refuse to work matches that's not booked by Tyson Kidd. So it's good to see him back in action. He's a great guy, very nice guy. It's good to see him back. Val Riley, absolutely. And TRU says they call that Tony's Storm Zero. That's not the same name, Storm Zero. I remember her always having that was a pile driver. I see that. Interesting. So new name for it, huh? That's nice. And True says Rampage looks like a damn good show for Friday. Absolutely. Rampage looks good. Tonight's Dynamite was good. We saw some very predictable but very fresh and new matches tonight. So those matches were good. A nice and decent show. And the Tony Storm thing, I think that has everybody happy. And everybody's still on high adrenaline here from the Tony Storm debut. That was really nice. Really sweet. And Joey's here. Joey, good to see you. You're late. And you missed out on the Tony Storm debut. She's here. She is all elite. Good to see you, Joey. Good. Hope you're doing well. Sky Blue on Dark. Jamie Hayter easily winning this one for sure. I think so too. Yeah, I think Jamie's gonna win it, but Sky Blue also, comes across as a star, a future star without a shadow of a doubt. And Andrade there with a skateboard hit on the back of Darby Allin and throws Darby Allin and tosses him across the table right into wow. He just held onto the camera and he went crazy right there with the camera. Andrade bringing in the heat right there. I mean, if you're sitting at home watching it, you felt that anger from Andrade as he grabbed the camera and just shouted into it. Man, he sends Darby the tables. I want to know, where do they buy the tables from at AEW? Do they get them from IKEA or do they get it from somebody else? Because the tables are of such good quality, they never break in AEW. They'll never break. That's amazing, guys. That's amazing. And that's the kind of a determination and confidence that you should be having, just like the tables in AEW. They never break, and neither should your confidence and neither should your determination break. You should always be just like the tables in AEW. Look at that. Andrade in control, Darby Allin regretting everything as we speak. Everything. And Moon says, Tony Storm, look at that. Tony Storm made an OnlyFans. Disgusting. If AEW finds out, I think they already know, but you know what? They can ignore the stuff that they want to ignore, so it's alright. Wow, WO color commentator Excalibur acknowledged Tony's best friend and Stardom superstar Carrie. He does? That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And I know that Carrie is just a star. And if you look at Stardom, if you look at that promotion, they've got a lot of good stars on there, a lot of good wrestlers on there who would be brilliant in any company that they go to in America. They would be instant stars. They've got a lot of good wrestlers in that Stardom promotion. I would want to, if we start doing Stardom watch-alongs, would you watch? Because I really want to do Stardom watch-alongs. I think they've got some fantastic shows, fantastic roster. I would love to do Stardom watch-alongs, honestly. I would like to see Mia Yim or Tegan Knox, Bobby accept open challenge for a title. Don't think. Yeah, I mean, I would love to see Mia and Tegan Knox as well during the open challenge. Would be sweet. Absolutely. And if your name is Bunny, you're not going to be a good wrestler. That's true. Sad but true. Run DMG. Sad but true. And yeah, I would love to see Will Riley, as you say, Tegan Knox or Mia Yim versus Deanna. I think Mia Yim versus Deanna is an, oh dear lord, right into the steel steps goes Darby Allin. This guy has been ruthless with Darby. Darby is eating the most out of it. He's a tremendous amount of pain right now. Andrade knows that he's got this thing. He's got it. He climbs into the ring, showing off, smiling big. Darby is in tremendous amount of pain as he lies down there ringside in his misery and in his pain. And just like I say, just like you say right there, Will Riley, Mia Yim versus Deanna would be a very, very nice and hard-fought battle. And another thing that we just heard of recently is that WWE actually transferred the rights to the name Mia Yim to Mia Yim. So she can actually use the name Mia Yim on the indies or anywhere she goes. She can use the name Mia Yim, so that is good for her. Andrade will win, says true. I think so too. I think he's gotta win. I'm looking forward to watching the Deanna Purrazzo Champ Challenge this Thursday and Friday at Impact, says Bobby. Yeah, I think the Friday night challenge is gonna be a very big one for sure. And Joey loved that. TRU says Moons, they are not gonna fire her. Absolutely, they're not gonna do it. No way, no way. I don't think that Blade wanted to call the bunny the battle axe. There you go. Yeah, sweet, sweet. Drew says, I don't think that Blade wants to. Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. I don't think so either. TRU. Absolutely. Andrade's suits are on fire. Looking great. I think Andrade is fantastic. With that mask, with that suit. He does it so well. Yeah, Andrade is winning in life. That is for sure, guys. He's winning in life. He's got the suit. Look at those trousers right there. Sharp. Looking so good. He's got everything going. Certainly the match. He's got the match going. And then he was going for the cover right there. But somehow gaining all his momentum, all his strength, Darby Allin grabs the ropes, causing a rope break as we speak. But Andrade says, this is not happening. No. I'm still in it. I'm still going to win this damn boy. And Darby Allin somehow trying to regain his strength, trying to get up to his feet. Andrade helps him up and it backfires. By the way, Friday, we also have Rampage, which means that Hall of Fame is gonna go head to head against against Impact Wrestling's multiverse of matches and against AEW Rampage. So lots of shows happening at the same damn time. On Friday, we have ROH going head to head against SmackDown, WrestleMania SmackDown. And then following those shows, we're gonna have Rampage going head to head against Hall of Fame and AEW and Impact Wrestling's multiverse of matches. So craziness. This Friday, it's crazy. Whoever is booking these shows has got to be out of their damn mind because that is crazy. Yep. That's right. It's crazy. What else do we have here? Ricky says, I'm happy to see Tony Storm win. Happy for her. Absolutely, so am I. We have very bad weather at the house and a big tree just fell in the backyard. So, oh my gosh. Joey, that's crazy, brother. You stay safe, man. You take care. Wow, tree falling is not, no joke. That is crazy. The weather has to be really bad. You take care, brother. You take care. Ricky says this is good pick. AEW had Tony Storm coming to AEW. Sorry, that's right. And look at how it goes, right? Tony Storm makes an appearance in AEW, and there's a storm in Joey's backyard. That's crazy. Joey, you're feeling the storm, aren't you? But you stay safe, brother. Stay safe. Bobby says, I'm looking forward to watching Tatum Paxley. Yeah, I mean, big fan of Paxley. I think that's one reason why we should be tuning to Level Up. Oh my gosh, I forgot about Is Level Up still happening? Don't tell me that Level Up is happening on Friday. It should not. Level Up should not be happening on Friday, because how are you going to have your own show go head to head against Hall of Fame? You cannot do that. I hope Level Up is not happening, brother. That's crazy. I hope it's not happening, because you don't want the WWE's own show competing with their own Hall of Fame. Should not be happening. Anyways, there you go. Andrade picks Darby up, and there you go, back first into that ring post, and Darby is in a lot of pain. And how much time do we have left? We have like, 9-10 minutes left, so this has to wrap up really quick. Only a matter of time before it ends. This is a good pick. There you go. Renegade says Andrade for the win. Bobby says Andrade. The tables are... That's right, Ivan Drago. They do not break. Do not break. Ricky also picks Andrade. Everybody has picked the same damn superstar to win all night. You guys have been on the same page tonight. And that is why you all are invincible. All of you guys have the same score tonight. Interesting. And Tony says, next year I would like to see Carrie go all elite. Tony. I would love that as well, man. Without a shadow of a doubt, Carrie going all elite would be nice, but the reason why she left the WWE was because she wanted to live with her husband in Japan. So we don't know if she's going to be back in America, but if she is, all elite would be a nice place to be at. And Ricky says, I know Tony Storm, she had friends from WWE watching Tony Storm coming to AEW, 100%. For now, I'm quite sure that Carrie is more comfortable. Oh yeah. And I don't remember who said it, but somebody said that that Carrie actually got injured during her very first match in Stardom. She had a little bit of an injury. I hope she's doing okay. But somebody in the comments did tell me that she got injured in the first match, so I hope she's okay. But, I just watched her make that entrance on Stardom that night, and making her final return, a long-awaited return to Stardom, and she looked super happy. The smile on her face that I saw on the face of Carrie, I don't think that I've seen that smile on her face in WWE in a long time. I did not see it. So it was good to see her. She looked happy while she was wrestling. She looked happy, while she was making her entrance. She is back where she belongs and where she truly finds her happiness. So that's a good thing. I watch WOW whenever I can catch the replays. There you go, true. Love that. Yeah, WWE did try to steal the new name, but they have given back, they have transferred the name Mia Yim to Mia Yim, so she will be able to use it outside of the company. AJ, you will need multiple monitors. I know, true, I know. I will need multiple monitors. It is a fact. I will need it. I doubt Level Up is taking place. I hope not. Absolutely true, I hope not. If a tree falls in the woods and no one's around to hear it, doesn't make a sound. Oh. Renegade here, asking the right questions. Big boot from Andrade to Darby Allin, and the referee feels it. Darby Allin is down hard. Andrade is angry, is on top of his game as we speak right now. Andrade is in total control of this one. Wow, with a big boot, another one to the head of Andrade, of Darby, and another one. Darby is angry because it's not about the pain anymore. It's about the pure lack of respect. And Darby Allin pulls a Will Smith on Andrade right there with a big slap to the face of Andrade. Andrade doing what Chris Rock should have done as well, slapping Darby Allin right back, and there you go. This is slapping fest, a slap-a-mania, if you will. This is what the Oscars should have been like. When Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, this is what should have happened right there on that very stage. Look at that. Darby and Andrade setting out a good example for Will Smith and Chris Rock. This should have been it. But no, it was just comedy. This is crazy. Slap-a-mania going wild. Both Andrade and Darby go down. That's like Slapfest, true, absolutely. And Level Up won't be on Friday night on Peacock. In this place, they'll have a Hall of Fame. Thank you for that, Tony. I love that. TRE says Friday is going to be the busiest night. Yeah, lots of shows at the same damn time. Insanity. Bobby says, I would like to see. Thank you for that. Mariah May accept Deanna. Oh, wow. Mariah May, Bobby, I was very critical of Mariah May, but when we saw her on that show the other night, she was great. So I'd like to see that too. D-Star says, my Friday schedule will probably be SmackDown following the Hall of Fame and then sleep. You know what, D-Star? That's, oh my God. If I wasn't doing these watch-longs, that is what my schedule probably would have been like too. Well, also Impact, because Impact is like family to me, so Impact also got to be there. So, yeah, but, since I do watch-alongs and I do it with all of you guys and I have so much pleasure doing it, my Friday schedule is going to be something like, NXT and ROH and, NXT, SmackDown, ROH, Impact, and Rampage, and Hall of Fame. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I got to do it. Tiari says she probably ain't smiling like that since NXT days. That's right, I don't think so either. And yes, Slapfest right there. I'm glad that having two Jades in AEW could be a bit silly and confusing if she went back to her old name. Yeah, 100%. 100%. She will be able to use Mia Yim. Now it's up to her. Does she want to use that name or does she not? That is up to her. And Andrade goes for the cover, and Darby Allin still kicks out. TRU, absolutely, man. The way that the whole Chris Rock and Will Smith thing happened should have happened like this right there. But no. Bobby says, someone said on Twitter that Jade Cargill fears leave of Bates, and Jade Cargill responded and said, you think so? There you go, Jade Cargill, definitely. She is $1 million, and she's only going to get better in the ring, and when she does, and when she's at her 100%, she's got to be unstoppable. She's got to be a very scary lady in the AEW, absolutely. Andrade must be a comic book fan with his Black Mask gimmick. Yeah, I think that has something to do with the heritage, right? I can't really circle back to where it originates from, but I think it has something to do with the whole Mexican heritage. But yeah, somebody, I'm pretty sure, will be able to help us out. Where does the mask originate from? And D-Star says, oh yes, have to tune into NXT on Saturday. Nikita, oh my God, even D-Star. Oh dear, that's right. Of course, I remember last night. Yeah, I don't think Nikita is going to be on NXT Level Up, though. I think she is only an NXT 2.0 lady on Tuesdays, not on Fridays or Saturdays. And Darby Allin able to turn it all around, and he's going to go for the big one right there, looking to break Andrade's finger. And this guy comes out marching down, trying to save Andrade. But Sting, being the good father he is, he goes to save his son Darby as he is in control finally in this match. And wow, such bullies. Andrade family office comes in and they're going after Sting. Darby can't take it no more. Nobody's going to go after his dad. And Darby is looking to fly, and he flies into the Andrade family office. Darby's down. Everybody's down ringside. Sting is down. Darby gets back into the ring, going after Andrade, looking for a springboard. Andrade catches him, and he's going to go for a big one. He's going to slam him down into the turnbuckles, eating it down hard. Back first into the turnbuckle. Andrade has him in position. He's going to go for the big DDT and going to go for the cover. 1, 2, it has to be over. And that's right. With that being said, you were all right. Renegade, you said right there 6-4-0. All of you said it was going to be Andrade, which means all of you get a +1. This is the only night ever that we've done these watch-alongs that everybody gets an invincible score, the same damn score of 6-4-0. Everybody got every single match right tonight, making it a highly predictable show, but also a lot of fun. So that is great news. That's right, Tony says, off topic, WWE's Twitter page has a clip of Raw Women's World Champion Becky Lynch with a new hairdo. She's big time toxic. Oh, that's right. I've seen that new hair as well. I think she's looking good, right? But with the new hair, but she's definitely angry, very, very angry. And I see it big time toxic. I see what that means. That's good. I think she looks good with the new haircut. His grandfather, I think, is what it's from. I see. Yeah, there's definitely something going on there. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Keeping the legacy alive. I like NXT 2.0 because of Tiffany Stratton and Lash Legend, says Bobby. That's beautiful. Yeah, NXT 2.0 has a lot of good stars out there. Diamond Mine is there. Malcolm Bivens is there. You've got, wait a second, Jeff Hardy, man. Hardy coming out. Sweet. Sweet stuff. I was wondering where they have been, and there they are. There they are, looking good with the steel chair. Throwback to the 90s. Sweet stuff. That's nice. Yeah, so wherever we NXT 2.0, right? Lash legend Bobby, absolutely. You got Tiffany Stratton, you got Nikita Lyons. A lot of people love her. You got the Diamond Mine, Malcolm Bivens. You got so many good wrestlers on there. I mean, Chase University, NXT 2.0 is on fire. And with a twist of fate from Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy climbed the top turnbuckle, going for the Swanton Bomb. I mean, the Hardy Boys solo are not nearly as good as the Hardy Boys together. They bring it like nobody else. Their tag team is a tag team for life. This is a beautiful, beautiful tag team. The tag team that's going to last forever. And everybody, let me know the predictions. I know that I believe it was D-Star. Was it D-Star? Or was it, I believe, Renegade, who gave it a 10 out of 10 already because of, Tony Storm. But right there, Gary says it's a 6 for 0. That's right, 6 for 10. Because everybody gets a 6 for 0 here. Everybody gets the same score because the show was highly predictable, and that's without a doubt. It was highly predictable, but it was a lot of fun. So 6 for 10, I think that's a very valid score, Gary. I appreciate that. I think I'm gonna give it for a 6 out of 10 as well. Very predictable, but the Tony Storm thing, that was sweet, and the ending also pretty sweet. I see it right there. Hardys have saved the stinger. Tony says, "What an ending!" 7 out of 10 for Dynamite. There says Ricky, loved that. Overall, a 9.5 out of 10, says Tony. Love it. Rating, Renegade says 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, and 7 out of 10, and 8.8. True with the 8.8. I love it. Let me know where's that 0.8 coming from, True. 0.8. Very accurate, very on point. This is just start, and any 4 busy wrestling. That's right, 4 more the busiest wrestling days of the year. It's gonna be crazy. I can't wait for it. We're in for a wild ride here. Ricky says, hanging in there, everyone. Be crazy. This is gonna be incredible. 5 more days to come, and wow, sweet stuff, real sweet stuff. Liz says, when is Scott laid to? I think it's already happened, right? R.I.P. Scott, man. R.I.P. And 10 for 10, says Bobby. Love it, guys. We had a lot of fun doing the watch along. As Gary says, was a very predictable night. You all know it. Everybody got an invincible score of 6 for 10, 6 for 0. Beautiful stuff. And with the ratings, I think you all are there on point. I think the average rating for the show tonight, out of all of your ratings, I think it's a 7 out of 10. That's the average. But it was a beautiful night. Very predictable, but a fun, lighthearted night. I think the kind of a show that we needed as we head into WrestleMania season, right? It's WrestleMania now. WrestleMania SmackDown, we're already going to be seeing some WrestleMania matches with the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. We're going to be seeing the IC Championship on the line. We're going to see ROH. We're going to see Impact Multiverse of Matches. By the way, Mickie James interview already out. Authors of Pain interview already out. Check it out. Do not miss out. Some good stuff right there. Before we head into Multiverse of Matches, make sure you tune into the Mickie James interview out because she's got some stuff out there which is there to promote that matchup. So make sure to tune in. Also tomorrow, a WWE superstar is coming on this very channel to talk about WrestleMania and talk about his match at Mania. So make sure you're here because tomorrow's interview is my personal favorite and has been a dream of mine since the very beginning. So make sure to be here. Tomorrow is going to be a great day right here at Wrasslinews, and I hope it's a great day for all of you because we are in a wild ride and we are here on the road officially to WrestleMania. Almost a 9, but too predictable. True. I love that. That's right, it is WrestleMania season, Clay. I love that. Bailey has to be there as well. Looking forward to Sky Blue, Jamie Hayter. Me too, Bobby. Really looking forward to it. Once again, I would like to say thank you for tuning in. It was a pleasure doing this watch along. I love time of this year. WrestleMania. I love it too, Ricky. Absolutely. Thank you once again, everybody, for your time. WrestleMania is upon us, and we are in for a wild ride. With that being said, D-Star is Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre has already been on the show, and I would love for him to be on the show once again. What a good guy he is. He's a great guy. But it's not Drew. It is somebody that when I started Wrestling News about 6 years ago, right, I always wanted to interview this guy. Really, I've been a fan of his, and I wanted him on there and never could get him. But finally, I got hold of him, got him on the show. He was very happy to see me. I was very happy to see him, this is good. So I can't wait for you all to see it tomorrow as he joins us on the Wrestling News. But until then, you all have a good night. Take care. We are on the road to WrestleMania. Have a good night, guys. See you tomorrow.